For the first time in my Pro Stock Equipment video series here on YouTube, I have a repeat player purchase. And for those of you who have seen my Erik Karlsson Warrior Dynasty HD1 video, you probably aren't surprised as to why I have one of his QRLs right here. And for those of you who haven't seen the HD1 video, go ahead and check that one out first and then come back to this video here, because it's definitely great with pointing out some of the differences that we're gonna find out, after this video. And why don't we start with that, because that was the first thing that surprised me when I got this stick. Typically, as most of us know, Pro Stock sticks are exactly the same as long as they're with the same player. The only difference is the graphics on them. Now, I know even pros, change things up a little bit. They want to try new things, but I'd say 75–80% of the time, the NHL guys do not change their habits, especially when it comes to their sticks, because they're so used to it, and it's what they're comfortable with. But this QRL from Karlsson is definitely has some differences from the HD1s that I had earlier, and I can't believe it's already been well over a year and a half since I made that video. But when I saw these QRLs pop up, I knew I had to pick up at least one of them, and it was I just missed out on one of his Alpha QXs. Actually, I was gonna get one of these and one of his Alpha QXs, but I was away somewhere, and I didn't want to buy it right off of my phone. So I wanted to wait until I got home, and sure enough, by the time I got home, all the Alpha QXs were gone. I believe there was only 2, but there was like 10 of these QRLs, so I'm glad I at least got one of these. But taking a look at the features of the stick here from Karlsson, the biggest difference is from his HD1s is the carbon weave pattern is not on here. And I know that it's still that small checkerboard design, but on the HD1 the squares actually popped out a little bit and provided an extra bit of grip on the shaft. Well, that's obviously not the case here, and it was definitely the thing I was looking forward to seeing the most, but for whatever reason, I guess on Karlsson's QRLs they didn't include that. The other thing is, if you remember from my HD1 video, the code on the bottom here said QR, and one of the people who watched and commented was able to point that out to me. Thank you, whoever you are. Was that it was a QR1 that was dressed as an HD1, but with this here, it looks like it's an actual QRL. I can't really tell if the thing furthest to the right is an L or a 1, so maybe it's a QR1 that's dressed as a QRL, but at least it's along the covert line this time around, and there's no hiding it at all. And then you see the number 80 there. That obviously signals the flex, which to contrast from the HD1s, they were 75 flex, and obviously these were an 80. But I think I mentioned it to someone else in the comments as well on the HD1 video that I've seen 75, 80, and even 85 flex Erik Karlsson Pro Stocks. So that leads me to believe that he changes it up quite a bit. Other than that, another similarity that I saw to the HD1s is that on these QRLs there is no Warrior logo on the heel of the blade. And I guess that just comes standard with every Karlsson stick. And like I mentioned in the HD1 video, it's not a big deal anyway, because Karlsson does typically put tape all the way up to about like right here. So any Warrior logo would be covered up by that. So not a big deal. And I guess the Warrior folks decided why even include it. And of course the curve, it's probably... I can't decide if it has officially become my favorite curve, but it's your typical P28. Karlsson has used it forever. I think probably since about the 2010-11 season, he's had it. Maybe even his rookie season in 2009-10, but I'm just not sure how popular it was back then, or if it was even out by then. I would have to check, double check on that. But P28. Perfect. It's a great blend. as I've mentioned already, many times before in my videos, it's if you like a P88 or a P92, I highly recommend you just give it a shot. And if you want to go back, then that's fine, but I doubt you will. It's tough to explain, but it allows you on those tight turns, and when you're trying to secure the puck, it really allows you to handle it at the toe without any risk of losing it. And with the toe up off the ground, it allows for great snapshots. And that's the biggest thing why I don't understand how people can use P88s, because the toe is so low to the ground that for me I just can't snap it as well. But other than that, that's pretty much the bulk of it here. And there you see Karlsson's name tag. On my HD ones, it had Karlsson written out, but here it's only got EK65. Not that that's a big change or anything, or matters anyway, as whether it says Karlsson or EK65, we all know whose it is. But that's pretty much it here with Erik Karlsson's Warrior Covert QRL. Definitely a thumbs up and a green check mark for a pro stock stick of my liking. In fact, I think the only stick that I've reviewed so far that I didn't like was the Kyle Turris Super Tax, and that was just for reasons that I couldn't explain on video. You'd have to try it out and see for yourself, and I just feel like it wasn't maximizing my potential out on the ice. But Karlsson, I'm a fan of his pro stock sticks. I'm pretty sure I wouldn't be surprised if this is not the last time that I show one of his sticks. So we'll see what else pops up on the market and go from there. But other than that, I do have a pair of gloves to show you guys. I'll get around to doing that. And I just got another new stick a couple days ago. So I'll eventually get around to showing you guys those. And as always, thanks very much for watching. You know the deal. If there's anything I missed, feel free to let me know in the comments. And if you've got anything that you want to show me, please let me know as well. I love talking hockey equipment as always, and I definitely appreciate you guys watching my videos. So thanks very much, and we will see you next time.